Hello. Me and Jack say hello. Figured I'd go live so y'all can see my wonderful face. Yeah, I know I look like hell. I just threw my hair up after I did the Pisces reading. Yes, I did. Oh, I had to take it to Pisces. I'm sorry, Pisces, if you feel bad. I didn't mean to make you feel bad. I wasn't about that. It was about to get... Excuse you. Wasn't about that at all. It was weird, because after I did your reading, it took me 2 days and 4 retrogrades. Yeah, 4 retrogrades. We have 4 planets right now in retrograde. I'll see if anyone gets in here. See what happens. I probably got some Pisces that are mad at me right now, but I really don't care. I'm no grow some kahunas, Pisces. Maybe I'll pull some more cards for the collective. Yeah. Get my witchcraft on. Yep. See if anyone gets on here. It is 10:42 Eastern Standard Time. I do have a reading tomorrow at 2 p.m. Private reading. Nobody knows I was going to go live, but I decided to go live. I think I'm doing Virgo next. Maybe while I'm sitting here waiting to see if anybody gets on here, I'll pull Virgo's base at least. Hi, is everyone here? I'll at least pull Virgo's base. Sitting at my magic table. Alright, Spirit. I don't want to pull cards for the collective. I'm not going to use my normal cards. I will clear these a while ago. Thank you, Spirit. I love you, God. You're so good to me. Thank you for your protection, by the way. I know I have some haters out there. But yeah, and I like I said, I know you know, Pisces is my favorite water sign. Well, they have been for a while. They can't hide from me no more, though. I've been working with Pisces people for a while, helping them figure out some stuff. Many of them have been hurt extremely bad and been gaslit their whole doggone life, such as myself. Hi, who's ever on here? So, I get it. Scary stepping out. Stepping out and know what you're called to do. It really is. Alright, Virgo. Clear these out for them. I keep seeing people click on here and then they click off. I see you. Yes, I do. Hi. There's someone on here. Hello. Then you click off. Keep clicking on and clicking off. Don't worry. Hi. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Now, this live won't be up probably for 24 hours, so it takes a while for my lives to get uploaded. Hi, who's ever on here? Hey, Queen of Swords. How you doing, hun? Everything going well? Dude, I'm telling you. I uploaded Pisces reading today, and it took me 2 days to even do it because if you look at the thumbnail that I uploaded, it actually reverts back to the lunar eclipse from 2018. I'm good. I slept a long time today. Like, Mars went into Pisces. So, strange dreams. But download Central again. It's a good thing. I got a really spiritual message for Pisces, and it had hardly anything to do with love. And I know people don't like that, but it's more for their spiritual growth and stepping out. So they don't like it. Oh well. And it all reverted back as I'm uploading the reading. Had to do with Narnia again, and coming out of the wardrobe into 2020. So yeah, I have some Pisces probably mad at me, but oh well. I gave him a swift kick in the ass because in 2018, yo, the last time Mars was in Aquarius was during that lunar eclipse of 2018. It was retrograde during those eclipses. And I didn't even realize this. And that's when I got that Pisces reading during the lunar eclipse during the same time. So it all blended together, and a lot of Pisces didn't listen to me. So they got it. They got it for projecting on the people, their fears and stuff, and hiding behind people. Yep. I had to call it out. They knew what they were supposed to do. Doesn't mean I don't love them. Because I do. Love all my subs. But it had really nothing to do with love. It had to do with their spiritual growth and what they've been doing with it. Very little. I mean, staying stuck. And unfortunately, yeah, most of us aren't thinking about that, but I'm going to tell you what. The collective, not even the collective, people who view tarot, most of them, are only looking for love. Booking panub in the wrong place, because there's plenty of readers out there who will be more than happy to tell them what they want to hear to keep them coming. Siri listening. Keep them coming back. I'm not that person. You know this, though. So I have a bunch of people probably pissed off at me. I have like 3 likes and 1 thumbs down. Yo, Mars just left Aquarius and it's now in Pisces. And with every degree that it moves through Pisces, it's just going to keep building and building. The tension is going to keep building. And with Neptune there, and when Mars finally gets conjunct with Neptune, it's all going to explode. So if they didn't work on what they were supposed to work on, and they were hiding behind materialism and being stingy, that's where they're going to stay stuck. Hiding behind people, projecting on the people, because they do that well. No offense to Pisces out there, because I love them, but yeah, I felt bad. I feel bad because I had to give them a harsh reality check. Well, I'm Aries, and most of them are progressed Aries. They shouldn't even be scared. I'm the one putting my ass on the line all the time by coming live. All of us spiritual people and who are actually trying to help the collective, we put our asses on the line every day. So it's not fair. Like I said, I'm just getting more downloads. They don't want to step into their power, whatever. It's going to be given to people who, It's going to be given to those who actually do step out. Yep. They had this. Some are going to be able to celebrate. They got the looking glass to be able to see. Pisces already always had it. But those who are actually going to... It's sort of like the parable of the talents, where... Yeah, hi. How are you doing? It's sort of like the talents, where God give a talent to each person, and one person kept it, another person buried it to keep it safe, and another person invested it. And at the very end, when it was time to bring the talents back and show what they did with that talent, and Spirit was like, well, because no, one lost it, they spent it, the other one buried it and did, just to keep it safe, and the other person, the last one, they actually invested it, and they had more. And to the person who invested it, who had more, that's who God gave the other talents to. Everything. Because they had the kahunas to do something with it. That's biblical, by the way. Six of Swords. Moving forward. Some people will be walking away in shame, and other people will be walking towards something beautiful. At this point, we don't have the time for pissing around anymore. Hi, Dustwalker, how you doing? There's a Pisces on here. How you doing, sweetheart? Back to Narnia. You come on here and shit goes flying. Yeah, the Hermit, I'm going to be doing them next. Yeah, I'll be doing Virgo next. Two of Swords, Death, the Sun, Ten of Pentacles, see? Yeah, Dustwalker, don't get mad at me about that Pisces reading. Don't get mad at me. I had to come down on Pisces a little bit, guys. And it wasn't a love reading. It was about your spiritual growth and what you've done over the past 2 years. And then there was, it actually reverted back to 2018, to one of the very best readings I ever did was in Pisces season. And it was when Mars was in Aquarius retrograde. And it was during that time when that was going on, was the lunar eclipse in 2018, when I put out the first Narnia reading for my Pisces. Well, I got the second reading from Out of the Wardrobe and Returning from Narnia. Well, I kind of gave you a big kick in the butt, but I didn't even realize when I put out that reading and the downloads that I was getting, and it very well could be somebody else, like I said, whoever you're dealing with too, or whoever's stopping you. If somebody stopped you, it could be for them. But only really you can stop yourself at this point. Someone's getting 10 of Pentacles here. They had to go through a rebirth and a death and rebirth. Those who were stuck in their head, hi Yvonne, those who were stuck in their head for too long and hermited themselves. I'm guilty of the hermit part, but I at least was doing something with those pentacles. Transforming, trying to stay out of being stuck in my head. So, the Sun card with the 10 of Pentacles. Did you transform? I know many of you have been working on that. Too To whom much is given, much is required. Yeah. All right. I had some peekers coming on here earlier before you guys all showed up. I'm glad you showed up. How have y'all been doing? 4 planets in retrograde. We had 3 just this week. Saturn, then Venus, now Jupiter. Crazy. In Taurus season. With the King of Pentacles. I didn't even look to see if Neptune or Uranus goes in when they go in retrograde. I'm not sure. I didn't look. I do know we probably have a Mercury retrograde coming up real soon. Mars goes into retrograde, I think. Well, goes through Pisces. It's going through there now. It usually takes 5 weeks. Goes into Aries. That's another 10 weeks. And then it goes into retrograde. So back through Aries. So Mars will be in its ruling sign, going retrograde. I think it's during July, August. I'm pretty sure that's when that happens. I could be looking it all up, but yeah, it's going to be one hell of a retrograde season this year. I slept from 1 o'clock in the morning until 1:11. This afternoon I woke up. Some people are going to get left in the dust. I don't want to see that to happen to any of my people. No, you guys should see the other stuff I just got. Strength, Page of Cups. Alright, who's the Leo that's on here? Who has Leo in their chart? Yeah, you guys should see what I got. I got little mini rulers. And I already got the name for the oils I'm supposed to put in them. And they're different from my big rollers like this that I have. The roller part of it, like this part silver, the roller part of the other one actually has an amethyst crystal. Yeah. For the mini rollers, yep. Sure do. Oh yeah. And I actually have the name of them written down on my book, because if I don't write names down and stuff at this point, like I'm getting stuff coming so quick that I gotta write it down. Oh yeah, look. Look at my new lamps that I made. Ready? Yeah. You guys all know what that is. I know it is. Why does this keep coming up? Why is this 5 of Pentacles keeps coming out? It keeps flipping out. Yeah, I have 3 different sizes of this. I will be putting these on my Etsy store as well. Crystal, supercharged crystals, lamps. At the bottom, some of them will have wired with copper, by the way. Some of them will have, depends on what you want it for. I got amethyst coming. I'm going to wrap in copper. And some of them will have obsidian in the bottom. And it'll all be connected to this top quartz. So it'll be like filtering out negative energy and putting out positive energy. There it came. No, wait, that was the Queen of Swords. And the other one the amethyst one will be putting out healing and love. It's the King of Wands again. Someone's... And an Ace of Pentacles. All right, Leo's coming to the forefront here. All right. That's what I say. Hey, Jay, what's your zodiac sign? I just was talking. I wasn't really saying a whole lot. 4 Pentacles in reverse. Days of I used this deck when I did the main. Oh, look at this. The Magician with the 4 Pentacles in reverse. Oh, you're an Aquarius? I did your guys' reading 2 days ago. I had to take a break after I uploaded 4. Then I started getting all these downloads for Pisces, and I'm just like, it's sort of like what happened the last time I got the Narnia reading for Pisces. And it wasn't like all lovey-dovey, blah, blah. No, it was a spiritual message. And I felt bad having to put that out, but I had to kick some hinders because I know that you guys are hearing things and keeping it to yourself. And that's okay to keep some things to yourself. But to continue to keep doing that when you're supposed to be, you know damn well, my Pisces on here are supposed to be helping the collective. You know this. So, someone's mad. I just fell. Somebody's pissed for calling them out. Sorry, Pisces, it's the way it goes. Have to tell you the truth. Tell you what I'm hearing. I know. And y'all know how much I love you. My Lucy's, Lucy the Brave. That's what she was called when she got her crown. Yvonne the Brave. She's the first one to enter into Narnia. Even though people said, oh, she was crazy. No. Well, you guys needed to go through a time of healing. I understand that. Knight of Cups, though, in reverse. Yeah, you guys hermited yourself for way too long. I'm speaking to myself, too. Many of you have healing power. Many of you have healing power that you have been holding on to. And you've known it. And you let fear get in the way of it. Probably because you've been gaslit your whole doggone life, maybe by a Virgo too. No offense to Virgos or nothing, but you know, they are the realist, and I'm doing them next. Yeah. Keeping people stuck. Hi Troy, how are you? Yeah, we're happy and healthy. Whoever's on here, hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate it. All right. Give me a reading for the collective. My collective. What do they need to know? I'm flipped over. Page of Wands. Some of you play an instrument, play the flute. You play an instrument. Or you like to listen to flute music. soothing to your soul. This also reminds me of that one scene in Narnia. This reminds me of that one scene in Narnia where Lucy's sitting with Mr. What the heck was his name? Oh, it was like the half man, half... It was like a centaur almost. It was a faun. The faun. Mr. And he played the flute. And he had a choice. Whether he was going to turn the daughters of Adam and the sons of Eve into the Queen of Narnia. And he actually hypnotized her with the flute. And she went into a hypnotic state. And he decided to get her out of there and take her back to the wardrobe. And she went back. Mr. Tomless was his name. That part. You guys can all look this up. It's verified. And he decided to stay on the light side. Risked his own life. Watch the movie's excellent. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That's where I got. All the mutable signs fit in that. Yeah. All the mutable signs fit in that Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Lucy's Pisces. They're the first ones in. Gemini. They're Edmund. Can go either way. You can go dark or light. They got to be careful because they are powerful. Geminis are extremely powerful. And then there's Virgo, who's Susan. Miss Realist. Yes, exactly. Dude, I get so much stuff with all three of them series. And I'm always putting stuff. You'll see on my community page, if I'm really getting downloads and stuff, you'll see me put stuff on my community page that'll come up that has to do with movie clips, where it's either The Lord of the Rings, not Narnia as much, but Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, especially one of the things I had gotten recently was The Magician with Gandalf, the white from Gandalf the Grey. Three of Wands. Looking into your intuition. What is your intuition telling you? You're correct. Just don't get caught there. Back to reality. It's Virgo time. Yeah, I know. Doesn't, we woke up. And now that the masses are finally starting to wake up with everything that's going on, there's still dark forces that don't like it. And they're attacking. Big time attacking. Us who actually know and have known for a while what's going on. Back to life. Back to reality. Three of Wands. Ace of Cups. I don't remember. I really can't. I remember that part. To reality. You know, one of the songs that I was getting was from Aha. That song, Take On Me. Take on me, take on me. That was from the 80s. Sometimes I'll get on an 80s kick where the girl is sitting there. Yeah. The girl's sitting there at the a diner and she's reading through this magazine, and all of a sudden everything gets like real fuzzy. And there's a hand that comes out and pulls her into the magazine. And she's basically in this magazine. It's bizarre. Possibly. Okay. You mean that Back to Life, Back to Reality? Another song that I got was from the Arithmetics. These dreams are made, no, sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to get used by you or be abused. I don't know. Something like that. Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused. Yeah. That's an old 80s song too. Well, I found out who the abusers were in my childhood and in my life. Spirit knew too. I had to go back in time. Now, I'm healed. And they don't like it. Yeah. That's them ever even closing down the ocean. I can understand being quarantined for a month. I can understand that. 4 weeks, 28 days, yeah. But 2 months? No. Now it's political. This is all political. I hope you all know that. And that's why we don't fuck politics. Yeah, see? It's all just a big fight between the left and the right. It's at the bottom of the damn deck. Not to mention there's a spiritual battle going on that other people don't see but feel. And you got to pick a side. Got to pick a side. Look at, oh, who's the King of Wands? This is a card of Leo. I've been wondering who this is. I know of an ex-president who's a Leo in reverse. Who's been behind all of this. I shall mention no names. Look it up. Like I said, I'm going to be pulling cards on all them. I'm going to do a series. You can get to pull cards on Mr. Donald Trump. The Tower. Yep. It's all to take him down. Fuck up the economy. There's another 10 in reverse. There's a lot of, no, there's no beaches here. The closest beach we have is in Jersey. Manipulative people. Many of us have a choice to make. Are we going to govern ourselves? And the shit's about to break, I'm telling you. This is honestly what the deep state wants. They want people to rise up. So I'm kind of at the point where it's like, I don't know if I want to play into that, but yet at the same time, yeah, I have a river right next to me that I go to, but it's kind of yucky. So I don't swim in there. I do go over there. I have been working on it as far as like projecting healing into the river, because it's been heavily polluted by pharmaceuticals, and it was killing off all of our fish. So for the last 2 years, yeah. Yeah, Yvonne's in the desert. She's out in Arizona. Me and Chief Shikalemi, my boy, one of my friends, probably from past life, have been working together because he told me how disgusted it was. They used to eat out of that. They used to bathe and eat in that river, and how polluted it is now. Can't even eat the fish out of there. It's that disgusting and gross. So I've got emperor status. Anytime I go over there and I pray and I meditate, the fish start jumping. Anytime I go over there and do that, they do. Yeah, turning the wheel and up. They like me. I have a very strange connection with nature, and to the point a lot of times. And you can go back on some of my lives from the Libra. This happened last year. The same type of cycle type thing with karma and justice and stuff like that. Element bending. When I was doing the readings for light workers and stuff like that, I called it out in those readings. And then I went on and I did a lot. Every time I go outside, it was raining. While I was clearing the river. And the lightning came out as an outcome for the one starseed light worker reading that I did. And that was one of the outcomes. And the night of the full moon of the Libra full moon, which that is my rising sign, Libra, as I was putting out my crystals and stuff like that, it started raining. And then I came on later, and there was legit a lightning storm that started that night during the full moon. I kid you not. It's verified on my YouTube. Go back and look. Watch the light worker readings. You can see it. Doesn't happen all the time, but it happened this time of year, because it's near my birthday and all that other stuff, is a very magical time for me personally. It's when I get a lot of downloads. It's when I get a lot of blessings. It's when I get a lot of ideas. And then we go into retrograde season, and it's like, but this retrograde season is going to be, I think, better. I find it interesting because everybody else is finding out just how, where we self-isolated because we were feeling everybody else's low vibrational yuck. So we kind of purified ourselves and stayed away from people. They're forced to at this point. They're forced to look inside. When you look inside, what do you see? Some people didn't like that. And I'm content with who I am as a person. I'm content with myself. I cut those strings to old past people. I can't help it if they're trying to hold on for dear life so that they can suck my energy. Sorry. See this right here? Anytime you touch me or touch the hem of my garment and you're not invited, you're going to get zapped. That's the way it goes. That's the way the universe says. So, people don't like what I do. I don't care. I said I'm not going to change for anybody. I'm only going to get better. I ain't changing. Only going to get better. Well, Saturn comes out of retrograde. It's going to be like, yeah, it's so bizarre how, because before it was like, okay, we have this planet going retrograde, and then a week or two later we'd have another one, and then maybe a month later, until we had last year 7 planets all in retrograde all at the same time. Yeah. That is true. Well, people need to raise their own vibration, and a lot of times helping clear out your system. Salt water does that. Salt water helps people get all that pent up energy, emotional energy cleared. That's why I said people who live near an ocean are blessed, and if they don't take advantage of it, they're dumb. No offense to that, to people, but they're dumb if you don't use the ocean that God gave us. It's all salt water. I don't live near an ocean, but you want to know what God had me do last year? And I didn't even know why. And people who've been on here for a while can verify this, because I've done videos on it. I went on vacation to an ocean. And the whole damn time I was there, I filled up water bottles and big 2 liters full of ocean water. And I brought it home. This was back it was right before the Pisces full moon. Yeah. And I'm like, Spirit, why did you have me go to the ocean and get all this? He called me Jonah. I got called Jonah. Just do it. Out of blind faith, I didn't even get to enjoy my ocean time. Because I was too busy looking like a fool collecting ocean water. And I had people looking at me like, what the heck is this chick doing? Well, guess what I do with that ocean water? I make all my spiritual baths with it. I have a whole line of spiritual baths. Not to mention all of my lamps that I make. All my crystals have went through the ocean. They've been down at the river. All of these stones, I can't tell you how many bottles upon bottles upon bottles to clear my crystals. I thought, well, maybe it was just to clear my crystals because I do energy clearing. That's an awful lot of water. No. I clear everything. All these stones, I can prove it to you right now. Now, I'll pick that up then. I can show you because I'm going to be putting more lamps together. Look, it's all in ocean water. And it's sitting there until the new moon. That's what I do. And yeah, like I said, I've been putting stuff together. Here's 3 more of my things. I have them ready to go. Back there sits my my chargers for my bracelets. So I have a bunch of ocean water, and that's here's a spiritual bath I have right down here. A whole box full that I just made. Let me turn on this light. My daughter loved these if people get them in a set, the set's going to come in a box like this. I got boxes. Look. See? Sprays and baths. And they're all for different things. So it's not like not being on YouTube and putting out stuff. I've been working on my Etsy store. So, and like I said, oops, sorry for the darkness. Like I said, I already have all these up here. See? And then I have my oils, which my daughter labeled all of them. These are my big oil bottles. I also have small ones. I have clearing sprays. I have sage smudge, but I also have different clearing sprays. I have linen sprays. I have crystal organite lamps that look, because I'm blue flame. Ta-da! Yeah. My anointing. And then the other thing that I do is I drizzle my holy oil on the top, which it has crystals all over the top of it. See? I have crystals all over the top of it. Yeah. So as soon as I should start really uploading some of this stuff. I wanted to kind of get it all done and then upload everything at one time. But the more that I do, then I get more ideas, and it's just like, what do I do, Spirit? Plus I have necklaces. I make jewelry. I have resin too that I have to make busters. Because I'm making pyramids. I have resin sitting down there too. And some of the lamps I can actually make too. People want certain crystals in them. So, like if people were being spiritually attacked, I have these in every single room of my house. Because I live on Native American territory. And I have nasty energy that likes to project at me. That is, after I talk to Pluto, that's not happening no more. Why the bed versus... I don't understand what you mean, Yvonne. I have them mostly in my windows. I have this one sitting at my tarot table. I have one right behind my bed, my headstone. More headstone. My headboard. Oh. Right behind my headboard. And these actually charge all the time if you keep them in the window. Not to mention with this having the electromagnetic battery charged, it also charges the copper wire. Yeah, I have one right behind my head with a mirror pointing in that direction. I have one in every window. One in every room. So I made a bunch of these just for myself. And I noticed that the energy in my house is like, woo! And now Spirit gave me other ideas to enhance them even more. With the amethyst and the... With the amethyst and the black obsidian. So it depends on what you want filtered. Tourmaline, they're all for protective. No, yeah, it's more or less right back at you. Can't touch this, yeah, and right back at you. It's that Pluto splat. Should just call it splat. So yeah. This is my holy oil. Put that on. I had to put that on today, man. It's like, I know my poor Pisces. Felt bad. I didn't want to have to put that out there, but I had to. I had to, like I said, with every degree Mars is moving through Pisces, it's just going to build and build and build and build until that Neptune and Pisces, or Neptune and Mars conjuncts. And when that happens, there's going to be a huge convergence for you guys where you... So you guys have about... It takes about 5 weeks for Mars to transit through your sign. Yep. And when we have that conjunction, you guys be working on whatever it is that you guys have been writing, downloading, whatever. Be working on your craft up to that point. See? 8 of Wands. Because it's going to be time to let loose. Let the horses out the gate. Let the horses out the gate. Yeah. No more being sad. Time to focus on the prize. There it is again. The universe is going to be speaking to you a lot in the next few weeks. Don't stifle your spirit. Don't stifle your inner knowing. See, judgment. Ba ba ba. Ba ba ba. Judgment. I heard you, light worker. If you guys don't do what you're called to do, burp, burp. It also could mean reconciliation, but we're not taking it that way. It is you do what you're called to do. No more being stuck up in your head. Burp, burp, burp. You healed enough now. If you're called to be a healer, an OG Lightworker just got on here. If you're called into shamanism, called to be a healer, burp, burp, burp. Aquarius. Oh, I love it when you guys get on here and then I get stuff. Yep, Ace of Wands. There's a new fiery start. Handing over the baton. Blue flame can't do it all. Hey, look, OG Lightworker. I showed some people my crystal lamp. One of them. Look. Burp, burp, burp. Yeah. Yes, you can. That's, yeah, do you like the blue? This is how you know it's mine. Because it got the blue lights. I showed some of my other stuff. I was saying about Troy on here, brought up about, happy that the oceans are opening up again, that people can actually go in and get clear and stuff like that again. And I said that was one of the most bizarre things because back in September-ish, it was right around the Pisces full moon. I went to the ocean and all I didn't even get a vacation really. Yeah, I was on the beach, but I was collecting ocean water the whole time. It was a task. I even had carrying all that water back to my hotel room through the sand was painful. I had to make 2 or 3 trips. As much ocean water as what I got. And it was also that I had this for my line. for my spiritual stuff that I made. I didn't know what Spirit was having me do. I didn't know. I didn't even start making my first stuff until January. And I started making my oils. I didn't know. I was making jewelry and I was making like my necklaces and stuff. But then I started making these oils for air, earth, water, fire signs. Then I have one that's for psychic ability. And I have another one that's for protection. Yeah. And it was right before the Rona hit. Started making them in January, right before the Rona hit. Dude. I just started getting a sense. I don't know. It was all downloads from Spirit. Every single one of the bases, like this one, is the anointing oil. But because I have the stones, the different crystals in here, it's not the same. I couldn't duplicate because it's not allowed to be duplicated. The same oil properties that were carried in the Ark of the Covenant from the high priest was the only ones who were allowed to touch this oil. This is in the base of every single one of these. This is healing oil. The highest quality healing oil you're going to get. And I'm telling you, since I've made this stuff, I've not gotten sick. I've not felt bad. I've been able to go through transitions. I go out in public, people run away from me. That very well could be because somebody went around telling everybody in my community I'm a witch too. So, it's all good. I'd rather people run away from me. It did me a favor. And I just started mixing stuff. I never even wrote down. It's weird because I never even wrote down how I made them. Like I never wrote down the recipe. Now for my baths that I did, they all have a base with this in them. But then some of them have lavender, some of them have rose, some of them have lemon, some of them have orange. I just mix whatever I think smells good, and then I get the download of what they actually do, and they're all protective. Most of them dispel negative energy, create a bubble of protection around you. And they all have like tourmaline or obsidian in them. I don't know. This was all downloads I got from God. That's the only thing I can tell you. I looked up what the... I know it is a fish tart answer, but... I just go through shit and I'm like, okay, Spirit, what am I supposed to get? And I get the essential oils and I just mix. My daughter sat and watched me make all those baths last week. And she's like, how do you do that? Like I use holy water along with ocean water. With that anointing oil, I have to put pro soy in that so that it doesn't. Some of them I have to put more pro soy in, but that way it mixes. Even if some of them still have a line, I'm just like shake it up, and I put. They're highly charged, very highly charged. And then, like I said, every single one of these lamps have that holy oil drizzled all down and through. So, when it gets charged up, that holy oil's on all of that. All drizzled all down through. And it just works. Spirit is good. Spirit's like, all right, this is for your store. This is Blue's own stuff. This is a clearing spray that I made. Oh my God, it smells so good. You can even spray this on linens. Oh my God. And for these, I did write down the recipes for these. One of them I have eucalyptus and peppermint in, and that really wakes you up. Can you smell it? Here. Yeah, I was telling OG Lightworker today earlier about the smaller. They're only about like that big. They're about half the size of this. So these ones are 20. The other ones are 10. They're only about half the size of this. But the ball has amethyst crystal on the top. That one on the roller is an amethyst crystal. Well, when I put my store up, I'm going to actually have it that you, because I had the protection kits of what I refer for a protection kit. The smaller rulers are only going to be 10. The bigger rulers are 20. And they're all for grounding and stuff. And I have these clearing sprays. These I actually like better than the smudge. Sage. I do. Even though these all have sage in them too. Well, you will find me on Etsy. As soon as I started taking pictures of some stuff. And now that I have to make those other oils, which I already have wrote down what they're supposed to, for that line, because this line and that line is completely different. This line is actually for the zodiac signs. The other line is actually for specific things. One of them is like to attract love and put it out into your art field, to keep away anybody who does not, it'll filter out negative people and it'll attract positive love to you. That's one definite that I do have. I told OG Lightworker what they all were. I have them written down in my book. But as soon as I get my Etsy store up and going, which I'm hoping to by next week, I will let you all know. And like I said, with these bigger ones, I only have like 2 of each of these. And I'm going to have 3 of each of the other kind with the smaller ones. And I have a whole tree full of these. Some of these are, and they're all tumblestones. My brain's like, yeah. Yeah, and that's, yeah, I understand. I know, that's why, dude, you have to surrender. Yeah, those lamps are going to put off real good energy. You'll see it, you'll see it all on, I'm going to come on and actually have all my, I'm going to do a video of all my products. I'll have a video of all my products for you guys to actually see it. And I'm going to put a link in my description box of everything to my Etsy store. But it'll be under Blue Flame Boutique on Etsy. And I'll link it to my channel. As well as my Facebook too. Because the way, who knows what's going to happen with YouTube. I got to really stay off the political stuff on here on YouTube. Because got to stay more on my spiritual stuff on here. But I'll link everything on here. Yo, I'm relieved. I'm actually relieved. Because I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm relieved. I'm getting more readings coming in too. There's a few people who got a hold of me for clearings and readings and stuff. My channel started taking off again. Right as Saturn went retrograde. I was just like... And then I started getting attacked again by certain people who shall be nameless. And it's bizarre. It's like people just know when you're about to come up. So they try and stop you. So that's how you know they're dark forces and they're being influenced by demonic entities. That's how you know you're on the right path too. If you're getting opposition, that's how you know you're onto something. You will get opposition. Usually by past people. Past life people. Probably somebody, wherever your south node is, you might share. They might be that sign. Whatever your south node is. That's what happened to me. Yeah. And one of those. A temperance in reverse. I can't even. These cards are funny. I love God. I love the gifts God gave me, I can tell you that. Because they're so unconventional. Let me see what you said there. I saw you mention on a karmic partner. Karmic partners are usually there for a lesson. I know that I suggest that everybody that's on here right now, go and watch my series of 4, my Lightworker Starseed. They were all lives that I did. And they were for Lightworkers and Starseeds. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. And the progression and how beautiful things are going to turn out for us can't be stopped unless we stop ourselves. We can stop ourselves and just go back in the old timeline. Who wants to do that? I've done too much work on myself and I've left so much stuff go and released so much that I can't go back. I cannot go back after I know what I do. After I've learned all the lessons that I have. There's no going back. That means with past people. Yo, okay. Let me give you a for instance. There was a guy who I dated that was a Gemini. My South Node is in Gemini. And I'm not referring to this person as that other person. The fella that I dated, it was definitely a karmic past life. All Geminis in my life are all from past life. Karmic. And if you can keep it on in the friend zone for me anyway, keep it on the friend zone and like we can learn from each other. If you can drop the karma and drop the learn the lesson that you needed to learn from that person and keep it on a friendship thing, I don't have no feelings for this person at all anymore as far as like any romantic feelings. None. I care about his well-being. I want him to be happy with who he's with. I want him to have babies. I want him to be happy. My kids still love him. Well, him and I were tumultuous and would always get into spats. And we wouldn't talk for a year or two. But we always end up making up and being friends. And not like that. Like we made up. And then he started dating somebody about a year or so ago. And he decided to get all hoity-toity and acting like a dick to me. So it was like, ew. Well, okay then. Well, then stuff had rolled around with his cousin. And I knew that she was not capable of what she was being accused of. And, you know, I always, it's weird because I was always friends with the family, regardless of whether or not he was dating somebody. I was still friends with his whole entire family. I was there for him for the death of his brother, the death of his grandmother, everything. I took him out to see his dad. We went on so many vacations together. I paid. It was one of those things where it was like I was always giving. And he realized all the stuff that I did do for him. It took a while, but he realized how much I helped him in life. And he actually thanked me. And he told me he just got out of the blue. He saw that I posted pictures of my daughter that she's graduating. And he's like, I cannot believe she's graduating. He said, I didn't think she would be able to because of all the dumb shit she was, you know, a lot of people thought that she wasn't, but I knew better. I know how brilliant my daughter is. So she's an Aquarius. She don't give up. Not to mention she graduated on time and she had a lot of shit to make up. So he's like, I'm just baffled. I'm like, well, I'm going to let you know she's an Aquarius with a double Gemini. So you guys have past stuff too. Like she's, you know, she looks at you like a second father figure almost. And just be a good example for her. And he said, that's what I try to do. And my kids have always stayed in contact with him. Just like I always stayed in contact with his family, even though we weren't talking or we were spatting or whatever. Well, back like 3 years ago, I borrowed him $100. He was supposed to help me out with my one rental. And he never showed up, never did it. And he never paid me back. Well, this was eating at him and eating at him and eating at him and eating at him the whole entire time. That wasn't me eating at him. I didn't say a damn word about it. It was the universe. So he paid me back double. And I just got it the other week. He paid me back. Well, he called me yesterday got a hold of me, said about how proud of Olivia he was, and he wanted to get her something for graduation or give her money or something. And I'm like, that's your choice, man. You do what you want to do. And he's just, I can't believe she's graduating, because he remembers when she was like 6. This is how far back we go. He remembers when she was like 5 or 6. Just little. Said, yep, all 3 of my kids made it through the communist school system. It's true. Graduated on time. So, that was a big feat in itself. Like I said, she's been under extreme spiritual attack. And I know where it's coming from, and they're going to pay dearly for it. So, that's all I can say about that part. But yeah, it was nice to hear. And he mentioned about, you know, he hopes I find somebody that I'm like, I really don't care if I find anybody. I care about my business right now. I care about what I'm doing spiritually. That's not even on my mind. If I find somebody, then I do. If I don't, whatever. Nobody's ever going to treat me the way that I was treated by any of my exes. And I said that straight to him. Like, I will not let anybody ever mistreat me ever again. I know what I deserve. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. But then I know what I want. So, the right person will find me. Like I said, the Wheel of Fortune. The right person will find me. It's my turn. Oh, and look at that. Victory. Yep. People can sit there and try and throw their black magic at me. Good luck. I was obedient in my calling and in my purpose. And even though we're in a recession, the worst recession we've had, I'm still going to thrive. And blow up. Because the glow up is real. Even though we're in a retrograde. Oh, big old retrograde season. Isn't it fun? Yeah, that whole tree back there is magical too. That has a bunch of, magical necklaces. Bunch of stones. And I've been really wearing this one a lot too. This is my rose quartz. I've been wearing that a lot. One of the other things I have to do is I got to start typing. Because like my lamps, I have to explain what they are. Because I can't really put on Etsy what they are. They're just a magical crystal lamp. Not realizing they're a 5G buster. Yeah. Organite. Lots of magical crystals in there. Yeah, I get straight out downloads from past life stuff from Atlantis and Lemuria. I know that that's where it's from. Not as High Priestess in past life. It's probably how I know about the making oils and stuff. I know this. Because it's up. I didn't take no damn class on it. And I really didn't look anything up on YouTube. The only thing I did was look up the base of how to make that holy oil. That's what I heard. And I told my sister about it because they practice Messianic Christianity. And there was actually somebody who had said that that's the oil that will cure the coronavirus. And I said, oh, really? My sister got a hold of me because she knew I made it. And she said, can you please send me some of that out to Oklahoma? I said, sure thing. And I sent her some out. And none of them got sick. None of them lost their job. They stayed working. They anointed their whole house with it. Mm-hmm. So, blessings are pouring in for them. And I'm okay so far. And I have somebody who already messaged me about my lamp. A bunch of people want me to give them the link to my Etsy store. And I'm just like, I didn't get it up and going yet. I mean, I have it. It's just right now I'm in the middle of taking pictures. And I'm trying to decide if I want to sell everything individually, or if I want to sell stuff in sets, or if I could sell them in sets, and what goes with what, and all of that good stuff. Oh, Olivia just messaged me. She's feeling better again. Oops. Sorry, guys. Gotta message her back. I needed to ask her if she's been using her oil. Because I gave her some. My brilliant daughter. Yep, I have, like I said, I'll have 3 different sizes of those lamps. I have a lot of stuff I have to do with my business. I'm just getting readings out for right now. Virgo will be next. Anyway, I got Aries done, Capricorn done, Aquarius, Libra. Yeah, but I... She's asking me for sage too. Told you my kid, she knows. No. Oh. So yeah, I'm going to be writing out, printing out what everything is on a piece of paper. And like I said, I do have stuff to like make resin things. I can make jewelry. I can make resin bracelets. Not really interested really a whole lot in the making of the jewelry with the resin. I just wanted mostly to make the towers, the pyramids. I have them all over my house too. I have selenite all up in my windowsill. I have organite at both where I sleep, on both sides of my bed, where I keep my phones. I have them over on my... I got shit everywhere. I'm a crystal fiend. And no, not crystal meth. That was a joke. So, what have you guys been hearing? I know Spirit's been telling you guys to do stuff. I want to know. Speak it out. Verbalize it. So we can hold each other accountable. I've been doing my thing. I've been showing you what I've been doing. I've been telling you all. Now, I am having trouble putting the clocks together. I shouldn't be having this kind of problem with my clocks. But I'm going to take all the clockworks to my dad. I'm sure he can get them working correctly with the hour and the minute hand. I'm having an issue with them. I'm going to see if he can do them. He's a Leo. I bet he can get them going right, unlike me. So I'm going to have him do that. So I'm going to have 4 BFI clocks. So I'm going to have the clock there, yeah. And I thought about stringing crystals on the bottom for people to be able to hang like their earrings and stuff on. I'm not sure yet how I want to do that. I'm not sure. And at the very bottom, it's going to have hooks for like keys and stuff. I also have keychains that I make with crystals. Yeah, every single one of my properties, their front door key has a crystal in a little cage with a prosperity crystal in it. And I told the lady down there at Bowen, I said, you better tell them. It better come back the same way they got it, with that crystal in hand when they move out. They're not to take that crystal off of that keychain ever. That's for protection. So yeah, I'm sure the Bowen lady is probably like, okay, she's weird, but whatever. I also have crystals hidden all throughout those apartments. Well, you guys all saw me bless the place. Yep. I should have my shaman go there and do another blessing. I might do that. So, the only scary thing is social distancing. I'm about tired of this social distancing stuff. I'm tired of the whole bullshit. Like, this is political now. This isn't even about the coronavirus. All the numbers have like... Now we're seeing the draconian governors acting like dicks, trying to keep the economy crashed. I haven't got a penny, not one dime, of a stimulus check. So it's all good. Because when I put my taxes in, they're going to owe me quite a few $1,000s. So yeah, I'll be working on that too as soon as I get my Etsy store launched. So I've been working on that, getting all that stuff laid out and written out and everything put together for my taxes. So yeah, I got till July. It's going to get in before that. It's just everything's been closed down. So they're going to owe me some money. Lots of money. And again, I'm going to have to pay taxes on property I already own. It's bullshit. We can govern ourselves. Like I said, I was kind of at the point where it's like to meet my partner at one point. And I really don't want to pay taxes on shit that I own, so I might sell. Yeah. I might just sell these bitches and say, done. Out of here. Get a mobile home. Been around the world and I can't find my baby. I want to travel so damn bad. That's one thing that my ex was like, yeah, he said, you need a vacation. I'm like, you ain't shitting. I do need a vacation because when I did go to the beach, it really wasn't a vacation. I was working. Call me Jonah. Spirit's funny. You guys aren't talking. Why aren't you talking? I see there's 9 people in here. Why aren't y'all talking? Are you guys talking? Let me see. Yeah, you guys have been talking. It hasn't been showing up. I apologize. Spirit has been telling me to do, yeah. You need to do that. That's a lot of 8, 10, 12 gauge copper. Okay. So you do construction, Troy? Yeah, I like working with animals too. I need a vacation bad. I have a calling I just thought I was doing. I can fly somewhere soon. Well, they're talking about opening up the airline soon. They are doing that. Really, I did. Yep, Yvonne, it's time. It's time. It's been well overdue. It's like I told you, you don't have to put your face on. Once you get to know your people, though, you build a relationship with your people. Like I built a relationship with you guys. Nice. Where are you from? Jay, where are you from? Are you from the Americas? Do you live in the United States? I'm assuming that you do. Well, are you from Canada? Aye. A. How you doing, Canada? A. I love the A. Vancouver. I know some people from up there. Oh. I have a weird story about a friend of mine who I even went to preschool with that was up in Maine. Talk about like my grandpa, Final Destination shit. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, it is sketchy with big companies. I had a friend who I went to preschool with, and she went to Maine we were all supposed to go to Ocean City, Maryland together, and then that didn't happen. So she ended up going crabbing up in Maine. She had a friend up there. She took her son up with. Her friend was pregnant. Well, they decided to go hiking up in Maine, and they got lost hiking. And the woman had her dog with, and there were some people who were on four-wheelers who found them, got them back to their vehicle. And by this time, it was like getting foggy nighttime. And I shit you not, their GPS took them on the wrong road, which was actually a boat launch, and they fucking went into the ocean. Drove right into the fucking ocean because the fog was that thick. And they drowned. Thank God her kid was not with. And it was weird because she always had one of them, window knockers that if that would have ever happened in her own car, they were in her friend's car. She did not have her window knocker with to break out the window, and they fucking drowned. Up in Maine. That's fucking creepy. Yeah. So I'm just like, it was so weird when that happened because we usually would go to Ocean City, Maryland. I backed out because I was dating the Sagittarius at the time. So I decided I wasn't going to go. And then another one of our friends said, nah, she wasn't going to go either. So then Missy was just kind of like, well, screw it then. I'm going on vacation without you. I'm still going. I took time off of work. I'm going on vacation. She went up to Maine with one of her other friends to visit. And her friend was pregnant. And the dogs drowned. They both drowned. It was horrible. So I can't even imagine the fear of that. Yvonne lives in Arizona. And she hates it. I live in Pennsylvania and I hate it. It's like, I'm at the point to where it's like, I'm kind of, I think really anywhere you go, well, I really feel like anywhere you go, there you are. I know people who live in California that hate it. Northern Arizona's like Colorado. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking Reno or Vegas would be cool, but it's so expensive to live in those places unless you have a reason to be there. Louisiana smells awful, and there's gators and shit there all around the Florida Panhandle. No thanks. I'm not a big gator fan. I always thought of Florida, but then I was down there for like a week and a half, and how humid it is, and the bugs. I don't know if I could handle that. The Carolinas seem like the perfect place for me. If I would love to have like go in with people and have like a nice house real close to the ocean. Where we all kind of had our own little wing. I was told Oregon's nice. I was told it's really nice. However, I have a sub one here that lives in Oregon. And she's kind of like the drug addicts. No offense to, you know, people on drugs, but she said that the people just do drugs right in the street. I love you too. I'm going to do Virgo tomorrow. I'm going to see how many other signs I can get done. I think I have 3 more to do. Or not 3. I have Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, and Taurus. I got 5 more to do. Pisces wiped me out. Thanks, Pisces. Guys wiped me out for 2 damn days getting stuff. But yeah, like Virgo's tomorrow, and see how many I can get done tomorrow. Like I said, I think Cancer's kind of in the same boat as Pisces, though. I'm going to come down hard. I'm going to hurt some feelings when it comes to Cancer. Fuck up, Cancer. It's wartime. Get on the battlefield, damn it. Sleep well, OG Lightworker. I love you. Get a hold of me if you need anything. Like you did today. I was told Oregon is beautiful, though. Washington State is, too, but I don't know if I want to be near Mount St. Helens. Reno would be kind of cool. And I always thought about Arizona. Jobs everywhere from Arizona to PA to Colorado to Florida to New York. Recently been falling back in love with my... Just want to be near a beach. I don't blame you. I want to be near a beach too. I'm not really, yeah, I was told housing is really expensive there. So, it's like, And the housing market right now is like, it's not a seller's market right now. So, maybe in a few years, I might be stuck here for a little frickin' while here in Pennsylvania. I'm not far from a beach, but, about 3 hours. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Oh, excuse me. Well, Canada. I have friends up in Canada. I know some people. I feel bad for what's going on up in Canada. Trudeau's a douche. And here's the thing. Like, we're way relaxed with Canadians coming here to the United States. However, if you're a United States citizen and you even have a DUI, that's stupid. 1 DUI, you can't get into Canada. You can't get into Canada if you had a DUI. Did you know that? Yep. That's on your record. An American cannot get into Canada if they've had a DUI. Nothing else, but if you had a DUI, you can't get into Canada. Well, you can't get in the United States if you had a DUI? I thought it was just going there. Especially like a DUI like mine where I didn't even lose my license. Like my DUI was .086. I had 1 shot. 1 shot. Because I'm tiny. And that 1 shot put me I wasn't even drunk. Just put me right over the legal limit. And I got nailed to the wall for it. That was during Uranus in Aries, by the way. It should be expunged off my record by now. Yeah. Next year it'll be off my record. Take 7 years to get off my record. I'm on 6. And this girl don't even really drink. However, Pisces, did you guys see what I posted in my community page last night? Should I read to you the post that I posted? I manifested, I kid you not. And I might go get one just because. I manifest. You can't even admit to smoking marijuana even though it's legal. Oh dear Lord. Pisces. Now, I didn't even drink for my birthday. Y'all know this. Because I don't really drink. My neighbor, my tenant next door, you can't see my community page. You got to go to the About section on my thing. Or, it's my community page. Look. Seagrams. S-E-A. C. Seagrams. I manifested wine coolers. My neighbor, she's like, do you like wine coolers by chance? I'm like, well, I haven't drank and I can't tell you how long. And if I do drink, it's usually like regular wine. She brought them over yesterday as I was getting all these downloads. And I was kind of like, you guys are pushing me to the point of freaking drinking. After this stuff, because I don't like giving messages like that. I don't like coming down hard on people. And I already got 1 thumbs down on that reading, by the way. Only 3 likes and 1 thumbs down. So I pissed some Pisces off. Cheers. Because it wasn't a love reading. It was about, and it actually reverts right back to the Narnia reading that I did 2 years ago. A year and a half, well, almost 2 years ago. That's why the thumbnail of this was actually from that Narnia reading that I did from 2 years ago. It was the same day. Oh, my crown chakra goes again. Cheers. Ooh, that's really good too. It's passion fruit mango. Yo, I'm telling you. I'll read to you what I posted. You guys put me to drinking, Pisces. I love you guys. I hate having to give freaking messages like that. Let me see where it's at. Community page. Okay, here it is. Whoop. Dear Pisces, as I was tapping into your energy, I discovered a few things that are rather unsettling, to the point I manifested wine coolers that were given to me by my neighbor. I think that was a definite sign I'm going to need a drink for this one. The messages I have for you are not directed at you personally. So when I put out this reading, know it's out of love and light, and to light a fire under your fish ass. Under your fish ass. Remember, Mars is now in your sign. I'm an Aries, so I'm not going to water it down, but give it to you straight up. I just step back for a moment, hanged man style, because with every degree it's building. By the Neptune and Mars conjunction, you better get prepared to fight. You can't hide anymore, Pisces. With the sunglasses. The little emoji with the sunglasses. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow with your reading. But y'all got me needing a damn drink. I had 9 likes on that. I thought it was cute. So did 9 other people. Oh, I'm pretty witty. So, I love you guys, man. Tell you what, it's all in love. Like I said, you can take what resonates, you can leave the rest. You can leave that whole damn reading if you don't like it, but don't say I didn't tell y'all so. Dude, I'm telling you, it was like, I didn't want to put the reading out because I didn't want to piss off anybody, but fuck it, was my attitude at this point. If I kept it in, and then it ends up going back to the Narnia theme again. And I even sent a copy to the peace dealer. I said, I'm going to have some Pisces pissed off at me, man. He's like, well, I hope that they take it with, They take it well. I said, I don't think they're going to. I'm probably going to have a bunch of pissed off Pisces. Or a bunch of people who are looking for love that are going to be like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? That has no clue that we're in the middle of a spiritual battle because they're not a part of my collective. Or it might resonate and it might really just anger them. Could lose subs over it too, but I don't care. Grow up. You guys are the elders of the zodiac. Well, there's a new group coming through. Yeah. And like I said, I even I really love the thumbnail though of that reading. I found that thumbnail of Lucy looking in the wardrobe and I was like, that is the perfect thumbnail for this reading. I'm sure it's going to get a lot of clicks and probably a lot of what the fuck is this chick saying, because it was highly spiritual. You guys always get the highly spiritual ones. So before all this happened, where I stepped back and I made sure that I put down in the description box and in the comments the reading that I did in 2018. I put the link to that reading so you can refer back to that reading. And if people are still in the same spot that they were, and a lot of the same cards came out, even to the point of the Lovers and all those Sagittarius cards, Temperance came out in the outcome. So look at both of those readings. It's the same freaking thing. So what you guys were dealing with in 2018 is coming back around, and this time you have no choice. You have to do something with it. Well, hi, Gemini. How you doing? Yeah. Hi, baby. Molly's here, and so is Jack. Look at Molly. She hears me talking. She comes in, starts screaming. Hi, baby. Hi. You're doing pretty. Pretty. A Queen of Wands with her black cat. Any recommendations for Taurus 12th house with this? Wait a minute. I got to do Taurus's reading yet. I'll tell you when I tap into the energy of Taurus. Stop it, Molly. Taurus, unfortunately... No, wait, are you a sun in Taurus? Are you a Taurus sun? Well, right now, Venus is retrograde in Gemini. Going to be going back into Taurus. Going over some things. I will be putting out a reading for Taurus this time. I'll be putting a reading out for every sign. Sometimes I do skip. I kid you not. Because I have the least amount of subs with Tauruses and Leos. And Cancers for the most. Like, I don't get very good views on those readings for some reason. But we'll see what comes out. If business and finances stuff comes out, I'll give it to you straight. I know you have Uranus there, so there's a lot of uprooting going on. I know that much. And then with all these planets retrograde, you guys are going to be having a lot of Earth trines coming up this year. Well, once... Ooh. You guys are going to have a lot of Earth trines, yeah, because Pluto's still going to be there. Uranus is in Taurus. And whenever the moon transits through Pluto, and whenever Mercury gets in the Pluto. Whenever Mercury gets into Virgo, same with Mars. Then I don't think Mars goes into... Mars won't even get there this year. anytime the moon goes through there, you guys are having earth trines. So Saturn and Jupiter will both be going. No, wait a minute. Saturn, Jupiter's already. You guys are having Jupiter trines too. So it's expansion. But you guys are also going to have Saturn be going back into Capricorn. So there's going to be a lot of earth trines happening every month. Every time the moon transits through Virgo, there's going to be things shifting mutably and happening. So be watching the moon transits a lot. So we just had that Virgo full moon in March. Hi, pretty. But like I said, the moon transits through Virgo every month, usually for a day or two. It's in each sign. The stuff with Taurus the stuff going on with Taurus right now is uncomfortable because look, all the structures getting torn down with government. This is basically 1776 all over again. So there's going to be a lot of structure changes. Businesses, finances, career, second house stuff. You have Venus in Taurus too? Because I have Venus in Taurus. So there very well could be restructuring with your love life as well. Now's a good time to have love come in. So as every day goes by for me, things will be getting better and better and better and better and better and better and better. I just have to re-go over things and solidify things for my next 12 years. Yes. Taurus is the legs. Yep. And food. Maybe you're going to be changing your eating habits too. That very well could be something that you've been doing. So, yep. Well, we'll see what happens. Most people get on tarot specifically for love, and that's how their channels grow and all that other stuff. And like so, a lot of times they do get love stuff. Lately, I have been, except for Pisces. Pisces just needed a spanking. Apparently. Apparently, Spirit said, yeah. And I should have done you guys last, Pisces. I should have. Because I would have been able to get out the rest of these readings, but I decided to do Pisces, and then all that shit just started coming. And I am my Neptune in Sag, so I don't hold back. There are ruling planets is Jupiter, which is in my in with Aries. Good. That's what I want to hear. Making me have to drink. Escape. That's funny. These are called Seagram Escapes, specifically for Pisces. Escape. We know Pisces likes to escape some things. Into the wardrobe we go. Back to Narnia. However, you can't stay in the wardrobe for 2 fucking years, Pisces. You can't. You have a job to do here. Just right in the dead center of your reading. Is that 8 of Pentacles? Big 2 years from me, North Node. Now Gemini, Uranus, and Taurus, my first and 12th house. So I think for medical views of astrology, Taurus. Taurus is head and neck. Aries is the head. Aries is the head. I know that for a fact. I'm an Aries. Aries is the head. I'm not quite sure as far as the rest. But yeah, with the nodal shift, that's communication. A lot of thinking outside the box. That's actually my South Node, is in Gemini. So it does not surprise me. The nodes are actually shifted for me. Where my North Node is in Sag, my South Node's in Gemini. The North Node right now is in Gemini, the South Node's in Sag. So it's kind of like, how's that going to work for me? I don't know. I'm heading toward my North Node. That's all I know. I'm heading toward Sagittarius, where I have Neptune. I have Neptune in Sag. The philosophical. So I'll probably be doing some more teaching and writing and creating and bringing out things. Hopefully the censorship stuff gets rectified. Because I'm going to bring it up real quick. David Icke getting censored. Because, dude, I'm telling you, I watched one video of David Icke's and my head legit was pounding blown. If you can find any David Icke stuff, he's sort of like Dolores Cannon, but like Dolores Cannon with a little bit of Albert Einstein mixed in there. The David Icke stuff isn't even controversial. It's just philosophical thought. And he got banned from YouTube. Wasn't even like Alex Jones stuff. It was just like law of attraction stuff. So I'm thinking, are we all fucked? We're going to have to find a new platform? We very well could. If they don't stop. And the only people you're going to have here on YouTube are people who are going to tell you lies and keep you stuck on love. They don't want people awakening.
I lied. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
That just went off. Did you hear that? I lied. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Tell me our phones aren't listening to us. Did you guys hear that? Yep. It went off when I first got on here too. That's bizarre. And I'm coming up on 2 hours here on my live stream. Don't be surprised. And this live stream, probably you guys will be able to see it. I never marked that, bro. I didn't touch this phone. It was sitting over there. Sometimes they cut people off at 2 hours on a live stream. So just in case I get cut off. And it takes forever for my live stream. Like, you know how the Peace Dealer stuff, it just uploads automatically? Me, it takes, I'm being watched. They go through my whole thing with a fine-tooth comb. So, sometimes it'll take a day. The only way I can find it is if I get on a different account and I can find it. So, like and share and put this out. If you guys want to be really nice, you guys will get on all of my readings and just hit the like button. Leave a comment on everything so that the videos circulate. I understand there's going to be a lot of people who aren't going to like that Pisces reading because it's not about love. It is about love. It's about loving themselves first and doing what's best for the collective and lighting a fire under their ass because they're about to be put on blast. Like I said, I sent the reading to the peace dealer, and he's like, I hope they take heed to the warning. It's like he said, I hope that they take heed to the warning and they don't take it personal. I said, if they do, then they do. I had to put it out there, and it wasn't that I was trying to be mean or rude. It was to help with their spiritual growth. And I even put on there, I'm not a reader for everybody. Sometimes I get love stuff, sure, but other times it's more about spiritual growth. And even the love stuff is about spiritual growth and about loving yourself first so that the proper person can come in. Because how many of us are tired of karmic shit? Well, Dolores Cannon talks about the reptilians too. So, and her view on the reptilians aren't good either. So, I don't know. I only saw one video of David Icke, and I was just like, mind blown. And he didn't talk about reptilians. So, I actually watched something from the History Channel the other night that talked about the lost city of Atlantis being somewhere where it's not. I honestly think it was just a different civilization. And they're like, oh, it was only 1,000 years old. I'm thinking, or no, 4,000 years old. I'm thinking, no, Atlantis wasn't here during the time of us. That was a whole different civilization. Sorry. Wrong, History Channel. Teaching us a bunch of lies. Yeah. Days in the block. Well, I'm hoping at one point that I wanted to refill my fish tank in Aries season. I wasn't able to. All the fish tanks or the fish tank is still empty. Because I can't go to a pet store. Because everything's shut down. I need my aquarium back. Want to go get some tetras and a few guppies. And I'm going to make sure my Saturn that I get is not, I don't even know if I'm going to name it after the planets this time. Because when I named them after the planets last time, they all died. All of them. So, yes, release the fish. So I don't even know if I'm going to name them after the planets this time. Maybe I'll name them after the different star races. The Pleiadian, the Sirian, the Arcturians. Yeah. You know. Well, that's the father in you, Troy. However, if you know things, ease into it. Do you want to know what? All my kids are upper echelon kids. From Scorpio. My daughter's an Aquarius, so she already understands alien stuff. She did from a young age. Actually, I knew I was having a daughter. I knew when I conceived her. The moment I conceived her, I knew. I knew that I was having a girl. And I had 2 boys before her. I had a Scorpio and a Capricorn. Yep. And then she came along. I knew the exact moment I conceived her. And that's when I really started getting a lot of downloads. That's when I started really getting my gifts. When I was pregnant with her. Like, I knew things, but it was real sporadic. When I got pregnant with her is when all my gifts skyrocketed. Saying any species. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I can get down with that. I understand what you're saying. I just know that there's conspiracy theories out there. And you have to take everything with a grain of salt and take it to spirit. Spirit, what he thinks. You'll get the truth that way. It's the same thing with tarot reading. Anybody who just reads for love is a bullshit reader. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't really studied up on reptilians or any of them. I'm just learning this stuff too. It's new to me. I didn't find out shit about anything that had to do with reptilians and any of that shit until this year. What does blue flame mean to me? Where'd you come from? Life is not always sugar street. That's true. What does blue flame mean to you? Blue flame was the name that spirit gave me. That's what blue flame means to me. Power. Oh, well, here's a synchronicity for you. See my tattoo on my leg? Yeah, blue flame. I got that tattoo back in 2008 when all this shit happened to me. Way before I started my channel. And in the middle of that is Psalm 91. If you read what Psalm 91 means, it's exactly what happened to me. I've been protected. Everything happened to me after I went to my mission trip to Brazil, where I started seeing people get healed, mind, body, and spirit. I have a direct connection with Archangel Michael, who has a blue flame sword. And the blue flame is the hottest part of any flame. If you look at a flame, there's a blue right in the middle of that flame. It's the hottest part of the flame. It's It burns. If you look at a blowtorch, it's usually blue. Like a torch that somebody uses to cut through metal and to solder stuff, it's blue. So that's my words. Cut through the bullshit. Blue flame. However, when I got the name of my channel, Blue Flame Integration, that came from Spirit. Thank you. The top of the... Ooh, my ears... Okay. Who's on here? My right ear just started going off. Okay. I have them written in Portuguese above that tattoo. Vem Espírito Santo, which means come Holy Spirit. I rock with 3... When I do clearings, I rock with 3 entities. The Holy Spirit, Archangel Michael, and Archangel Raphael. If you don't believe me, you can ask Yvonne that's on here, who's got an energy clearing from me. And it works. I know who I rock with. They're my comrades. The Holy Spirit is in me, though, so, but, yeah. That's who I rock with, those 2 angels. Raphael's my boy. Actually, it's more of a feminine energy, but, yep. They both have masculine and feminine traits, but Raphael is more feminine. Michael is the warrior angel who I really rock with. That angel has had my back. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of synchronicities when it comes to my channel. And, well, welcome aboard, Emily. Wait, is that how you say your name? Emaly. I knew my tarot, that I do, is, yes, they are techniques. My tarot is, more of my prophetic gift, which is spot on. I'm usually pretty right. I resonate with people who are on my frequency. Let's put it that way. If people are just looking for love and looking for, I'm here for to help people evolve their soul and help with that and help people get unstuck and untangled from toxic people. I used to talk a lot about narcissism and narcissists, and I've really gotten away from that topic because it's so low vibrational, but it's very real and it's very third dimensional. But a lot of people, even within the spiritual community, are still dealing with being entangled with these type of lower energies, and they can't get unstuck. And many will say, yeah, it's pretty much a karmic relationship, but sometimes it's narcissistic in nature. And I don't have, look, I get it. Narcissists need to feed on people. They need to feed on your light. They need to feed on your source, your life force. They need that. Yeah, most of us on here have. And I see it so much. I didn't want to read tarot cards because I knew the backlash I was going to get from family. I knew that my religious family was not going to understand. I knew that my church family was going to call me a heretic. That found out, first off, I got kicked out of my church when I started healing people, and people started falling over under the power of God anytime I walked past them because of what I emanate. It's bizarre. And as you see, like, this cat can't stop, like, messing with me. And um and I realized that I was dealing with a lot of spiritual narcissists in church. And when I got the 411 to get the heck out of that church, it's when the new elders came along, and they were narcissists, all of them, except for one couple. And they infiltrated that church. And Spirit said, get the heck out of here. So that's what I did. And it caused me and my ex-husband a lot of trouble and a lot of issues. And he took their side instead of taking my side, not realizing that I have this gift that I can see right into somebody's soul. And he just thought that, oh, well, you just don't like this person. No, I'm telling you, they're freaking evil. They have a evil bent to them. I don't know why. And then I noticed the projections. And then I noticed that one of the elders that would always try and suck up to me when I was at the swimming pool with my kids. And then she'd be like, what are you hearing today? And then she'd go to the prayer meeting that night and tell them that she was hearing exactly what I was hearing. And I would just sit there like, are you freaking kidding me? And that's how I knew. And that's when God said, get out of there. Get out of there. Now you see. This is what's going on in our churches. People want power and position, and they don't have authority. God puts people in positions of authority. That's just the way it works. And if you overstep your boundaries, you're going to be held at a higher accountability. With great power comes great responsibility. With great authority comes great responsibility, especially when you're put in charge over a group of people. That's why I'm always telling people, don't take everything that I say at face value. I mean, I know a lot of things a lot of times. I always tell people, take it to your soul. If it resonates with your soul, then you know I'm telling you it's for you. If it doesn't resonate, then it's not for you. And I'm not always right. I'm not saying I'm always perfect with everybody. Like, some people are on a different frequency. They could stay at that frequency. But if they want to expand and grow, I'm the person for them. And I'm very personable. A lot of readers don't come on here and just chit chat like I do. They don't actually have talks outside of doing this, because they think they're high and mighty. They put themselves on a pedestal. I don't do that. If I've done readings for people and I know where they're at, and yeah. They know there's people that know I struggle just like they do. And we build each other up. Yvonne is one of them. So, and there's certain people who many of us feel alone in this. And many of us, I'm telling you, I'm so sick and tired. Like I said, I'm not sick and tired. Okay, I'm done listening. Okay, I'm done listening to people saying so-and-so still loves you. So-and-so's coming back. So-and-so still cares. This person still has a crush on you. And it's a lie. And it's just to keep you coming back to their damn channel. Yes, I'm not saying that you're not a divine feminine. Someone very well could have woke you up that was a divine masculine. Or the universe could have woke you up because you are a divine feminine or masculine. However, I'm not allowed to be with the person who woke me up. Spirit put him in jail for 5 to 15 years. And it's not funny, I shouldn't laugh. But I find it interesting that the universe won't completely put a barrier between us even being able to be together because of the toxicity of the whole thing. Yeah, I did Pisces reading. They made me need a drink. Seagram's Escapes. This is for you, Pisces. And I don't drink. You can ask anybody on here. I don't usually drink. I haven't had a drink since like November. I couldn't even drink for my birthday. And as I was getting downloads and stuff for Pisces yesterday, my next door neighbor comes over and she's like, actually, it was 2 days ago. Do you like Seagrams? Do you like wine coolers? I'm like, I haven't had alcohol and I can't tell you how long. I pretty much quit drinking. And she's like, well, I have like these Seagram escape things that, like, I have a strawberry daiquiri and like there's like 2 lime ones downstairs too. And she had this peach mango. Well, I just drank the strawberry daiquiri one last night as I wrote my little letter to Pisces on my community page. Because the stuff I was getting, I'm like, I don't want to have to put this out to them. And then the whole Narnia thing, it was all synchronicities again. All of it. So for that Pisces reading, I put the link to the first Pisces reading from 2018 when I looked like hell coming out of that freaking toxic relationship. And I really started getting into my tarot. And that was probably one of my favorite readings I ever did was a Narnia reading for Pisces. It was one of the first ones. Aquarius was a lot of fun. Then I did Gemini's. There was the Wizard of Oz. I kid you not. Before anybody else started talking about the Wizard of Oz, I did a reading for Gemini that had to do with the Wizard of Oz. Back in 2018. Right before the Pisces reading. It was a 2-parter, by the way. And then I went on and did Pisces, and I got the theme of Narnia. And funny, I didn't look at that Narnia reading until I was uploading the Pisces reading today. And I looked at the date of when my natal planet, Mars, because I'm an Aries, Mars was going through Aquarius the last time, was actually during the lunar eclipse when I did that Pisces reading. Oh my God. So I had to put the link to the first Pisces reading, and guess what? They got the same cards, a lot of the same exact mutable signs and cards that they got in this reading. That first reading I did a Celtic cross for them. This reading I did a 9-card spread with an outcome. Temperance came out in the last one, and it came out in this one. A lot of the same cards. You got dual cards a lot too. And I even forgot to mention, which I didn't, because I wanted to hurry up and shut it down. But the bottom of the deck was the Chariot at the end. And you had the Chariot in your right now position. So that was another synchronicity of movement. Movement. The 6 of Swords also came out. You had the 6 of Swords in your foundation in that 5-card, in that 9 cards, or the Celtic cross in your foundation in reverse. Like you were afraid to move forward. That's actually in your outcome of this time. If you finally can move forward, if you do what you're called to do. That's a 1-seater, man. I think I said that in the Aquarius reading. Like, sorry, but this is a 1-seater and it only fits me, says Aquarius. Is that Emily still on here? I don't know if she is or she isn't, but I was going to ask her what her sign was. Because I think tomorrow I'm doing Pisces. Yes, I already did Libra's reading. Libra is done. I think Libra had a good reading. All the readings were good. Libra's reading was real good. Look up your sun, moon, and rising. The only one that got chastised really was Pisces. Libra kept on hearing, I will not lose, says Libra. I'm a Libra rising, by the way. Yeah, you'll have to check out the Libra reading. It was actually pretty good. So, Like I said, I'm a Libra rising. I have a lot of Pisces energy though too. I'm gonna do Virgo tomorrow, and I'm gonna try and get the rest of them done. Like I said, Virgo's Pisces opposite sign. I probably should just wait and do them. I always like doing Gemini's readings, but it's never about love with them, like ever. It's like always about intellectual and magic stuff with Gemini for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it'll be about love this time. I don't know. Um, I get whatever the universe downloads with me. I was getting stuff for Virgo earlier, so I didn't really write down what I was getting, but I did say something to Yvonne. Um, yeah, they were kind of being their Virgo self, calling people peasants. Typical Virgo. Oh, Virgos. Hey, stop it. I'm about to chase you out of here. She's a Gemini. It's about to chase her ass out. Are you going back in the heat? All last week I was dealing with a sick kid. Now this week I'm dealing with her. So I gotta do Leo, I gotta do Taurus, I gotta do Gemini, I gotta do Cancer, I gotta do Virgo. Those are the ones I have to do yet. Everybody else is done. Aries was a two-parter because I ran out of storage. Go figure. Say Molly. So yeah, I got them all done. I gotta do Virgo on Leo and Taurus and Cancer and Gemini. I gotta get them done. I realize it is in the middle of the month, but oh well. I gotta do things when I can do them. And with having a sick kid, even during the Sagittarius reading, she started puking. I could hear it through the wall. You can actually hear it on the Sag reading. I'm like, Liv, like, what was I gonna do? Tell her to stop puking? Like, I couldn't help it. Like, I was in the middle of recording and I wasn't gonna stop. So you can actually hear her like through the wall. Thank God she didn't do that on the other ones. She knew I was recording all day too. I'm like, so y'all know I wasn't joking. She goes through these cyclical vomiting and it lasts like 8 days. And it was weird because I got Aries and Capricorn done. And then I couldn't do anything else because she was here. I was back and forth running to the hospital. And I was constantly running to the store or running to the pharmacy or running her to the hospital, taking care of her, trying to get sleep when she wasn't throwing up. It was just a rough week last week. Spiritual attack, big time spiritual attack. Not just her being sick, but I knew where it was coming from. So, because your girl here is leveling up. well, hey. Yo, new levels, new devils. You step up in more power and authority, dark forces aren't going to like it. And people who are controlled by dark forces, which there very well could be on here watching too. People who are controlled by dark forces don't like to see you succeed. They don't like to be proven wrong either. Just saying. They don't like to see benevolent creatures actually who they've been trying to abuse their whole life to kind of keep them down. Actually make it in life and make something of themselves, something that they can never be. So, yeah. And they get real mad when you don't give them any attention. So I don't give them no attention. Just know this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we always usually have like that one family member. Always tries to stir up trouble. Hey, it is what it is. God will take care of them. Trust that. Alright, it's getting late. It's 111. It's 111 right now. Yes, it is. 111. New start. I'm going to get off here. There's your sign. 111. Synchronicity. I woke up at 111 today. I've been getting syncs all damn day. 12, 12, 10, 10, 111, 111, 111. Oh, good God. So I'm going to get to bed. That way maybe I won't sleep until... Thank you. Me too. I had two. Well, in my readings, I always pull out sync cards. I see numbers a lot. And I also, for all my readings that I do, I have different cards. If you're a starseed or light worker, divine feminine, divine masculine, I do special readings for them. I usually do them on the weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays. I have different cards that I use for different things. I have cards to do for the signs. And then I have cards that I use for my starseeds and light workers. And then I have cards that I use for private readings and energy clearings. And I have cards that I use, just for the specific signs as well. I have a lot of cards that I use for the specific signs because I like to switch them up. Also, I'm starting an Etsy store. If you haven't saw some of the stuff that I've made, you want to go back? Yeah, I got a lot of really magical stuff. It's straight out of like Atlanta and downloads that I got from Spirit, oils, baths, lamps, clocks, chargers for jewelry. I make jewelry. I put together protection kits. Yeah. So, all stuff the universe gave me. Like I said, when I'm gonna have my dad test these on his testers to see what kind of charge they have. And I got some new copper too, so I don't have to put that big and cut my hands all up with that big spiral down through the middle like I have on mine here. I actually got a thicker copper that I can actually work with. So, either way, it's for clearing out energy, space. I'm going to tell you what, I saw my plants like double and triple in size since I've had them. My plants have just grown. All right, I'm out. I love you guys. I don't know if Troy came back or not. He's probably going to be disappointed, but Troy, I'm sorry. I got to get off here. I'm tired. But blessings to you in Vancouver, Arizona. Emily, blessings to you too. Thanks for getting on here. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Yes. I'm going to let you know one other thing. Since I started, one of the ways you can tell you're going through an awakening, I've had nightmares upon nightmares of karmic people, upon nightmares for years. Sometimes they go away. We're in retrograde season and it was used to be really bad. I've not had any hauntings in my dreams since I did my thing with Pluto. And I said, you want to know what, Pluto? Here you go. And I actually did a channel message about Pluto. I'm working with that planet. It's on here about Pluto retrograde. You might want to check out that live that I did. It was good. Because I was always afraid to deal with that planet. Just because of the stigma. And I picked Pluto. And I'm telling you, I've not had an issue since. Now that I got Pluto in the loop, I didn't mind working with all the other ones, but I was always like, oh, Pluto. Ugh. Nope. Keeping all that negative energy, any negative energy that's getting tossed my way is going cult splat right back at them. Not used to benevolent forces asking for their assistance. That planet isn't. Not used to benevolent beings saying, hey, I need your help, Pluto. Keeping the bad dreams away. Surrender. And it's been good. Thank you, Pluto. Now my friend. I made Pluto my friend. Who goes there, says Pluto. Had to slay those demons. Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White, baby. Yeah. But everybody loves those Lord of the Rings. Everybody, all those religious people love those Lord of the Ring movies. Yet they have magic all over them. That's only for the movies. That's not it. No. No, it's not. Shaking my head. Tapping in my inner magic. Jesus is magical too. My brother. All right. I gotta go. I gotta get off here. I love you guys. Peacing out from Central Pennsylvania. Native American territory. Chief loves you. See you later. Have a good night. We shall talk tomorrow. Be looking for the other uploads. Good night.